Sorry, guys. 2 minutes late. What are you gonna do about it? Probably just, like, not sort of stay and go away. Right, okay. God, my skin looks terrible, and I'm not really bothered about all that. My hair looks terrible. Anyway. Whew, right, back upstairs. Need to do something about this. Like, I'm going on about this loads, but really need to get lights and... I need to crop my camera back to the original crop. Anyway, this might be a bit early on for some people, but it is what it is, guys, because I can't do it later, unfortunately. And well, the old NDA is lifted in the last hour or so, so I thought let's get straight on it. And have a little look at the new iniBuilds A340. Now, we will chat on for a few minutes because this is what I do, and to be quite honest with you guys, I want to just make a couple of things clear before we start, because whether or not we get a rush of people coming in to have a look, we'll see, but by the looks of it, no one's really bothered at the minute. So yeah, so obviously we've had a sort of a welcome to the A340 video within the last couple of hours. We have had the indication from iniBuilds that this will be a timed exclusive to the marketplace, so the in-sim marketplace will get the A340 first. So dissect that the way you want, but as far as iniBuilds have confirmed right now, it is a case of it's coming to the marketplace first, and it will be for the first couple of months, maybe 2 months, and then it will go to the iniBuilds store. Obviously, I'm trying to keep ahead of all of the confirmations and news about all this, but apparently there will be an opportunity to transfer your purchase over to the iniBuilds store. Don't know anything about price. I actually don't know anything about the release date, unfortunately, guys, so I can't tell you about price or release date, unfortunately. If we're gonna take a little bit of a guess to the price, maybe around the same, if not a tiny bit cheaper than the A350, but that would be a total guess. So this obviously being for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 only, I believe. I don't think there is going to be a 2020 version, but again, with iniBuilds, sometimes I like to just drop something. Yeah, so listen, guys, I want to just be clear. I don't fly airliners. The last time I flew an airliner properly, as in fully, you know, did a route, did all of the ATC, did all of the cold and dark startup, was the Zebo mod in X-Plane 11. The 737. That was the last time I properly did any kind of flying in an airliner. When I got Microsoft Flight Simulator back in 2020, it all became about GA flying, and kind of, not rightly so, but kind, as you can imagine, with the how lovely the scenery and obviously, you know, the scenery, the scenery, how well the scenery is done in both 2020 and, well, obviously even better in 2024. Good to see you, Dave, from a wet and windy Cambridge. Same as here, mate. Liverpool is absolutely drenched, and it's windy, and it's probably only going to get worse over the weekend, I believe. So yeah, good to see you, mate. So yeah, I don't do any airline flying. I've started looking at kind of Airbus A320, the Phoenix, and having little goes every so often, but not a lot. I like to just jump in a little Piper or a Cessna or something nice and small and go for a bit of flying. So listen, guys, before we start, disclaimer: you're not going to see me load this up on GSX, plan a route, send it out somewhere, come back, and all that business, okay? Just keep that in mind, okay? I want to, obviously, I'll start it up, I'll show you how it all sounds and it looks, but for me, I want to show you what it looks like what's included, have a little look at the not a little look, have a look at the EFB, how it all works, what's included, because it is different than what I've seen on the other iniBuilds aircraft. Show you the modeling, the texture and the sound. So we will obviously take her off. First thing I want to do is show you in the actual simulator itself, load up. Now keep in mind this is obviously pre-release software. I don't think some of the variants and stuff like that will be allocated like that, so keep that in mind. And we're going to look at the liveries to start off with, because I think that's nice. I think that's a nice thing to do, isn't it? That's a nice thing to do. Ian, good to see you, mate. It's good to see you, mate. Good to see you in the cafe having lunch. So we'll be lurking. Nice, mate. What you having? Let me know what you're having. Hopefully, maybe a late breakfast, all day breakfast, or a brunch of some kind. But yeah, we'll have a little look at the liveries. We'll pop one of the liveries into an airport. We'll have a little walk around. We'll take a look at how detailed it is, and it is iniBuilds, guys. So yeah, it's gonna be detailed. It is detailed. I've had a play around with her and flew her for a bit, and I'm actually recording a little cinematic. Nothing mad, nothing major, nothing too what I do. It's been a long time since I've actually sat down and made a cinematic, so it felt quite weird. But yeah, I've started editing together a little video for you guys just to have a little look. iniBuilds do it much better, but we'll see what you think. So liveries, guys, there's quite a lot. Now this again is pre-release. I don't know whether we're going to get any more. Obviously over time we will get loads from flightsim.to, and we'll get more from iniBuilds. Now I don't know how the liveries are going to work. I'm assuming they're going to be in the actual package that goes to Microsoft, because again, this is just it is just a timed exclusive for now to the marketplace. Vincent, good to see you, bud. So yeah, I'd imagine it's going to get uploaded to the marketplace, and there will be a selection of liveries. Whether these are the ones, we'll see. Spotter Kyle, afternoon people, hope everyone's well. Good to see you, mate. And Kyle is going to help us do some modding today, and obviously have a little watch of the stream and see what it's all about. So this is the iniBuilds A340 Airliner. Not using the A word, it's the A340, the iniBuilds A340 Airliner. But yeah, as I say, I don't know what the liveries are going to consist of, whether they're going to be these ones. I can imagine they're going to be fairly similar, you know. But yeah, obviously for now, it's going to come to the marketplace. I don't know whether iniBuilds are going to upload liveries to their store that you can still use, and obviously still use. So what we have is, from my understanding, we've got liveries for all the current airliners using A340-300s, and then we've got some of the sort of the legacy, some of the legends, you know, some of the ones that you know used to fly the A340, whether that's the 300 or the 600, and they look really nice. Obviously, some of them are adopting the you know, the raccoon mask, as it were, into the windshield. Air France, I wish we could. I don't know if you can manipulate this sort of view. It'd be good if you could manipulate the view and kind of you know, turn the aircraft around. That would be quite nice. Don't know why it would serve a purpose, like, but so Air France, we've got Air X, who still actually fly this thing, and this was at Stansted a couple of days ago, I think, as well, by the looks of it. Obviously, you can imagine that going through every livery in the simulator would be a bit of a pain in the ass. But you can use dev mode, but sometimes that can give you some really odd results. Beautiful Cathay Pacific one there as well. Again, we have a bunch of the same airline, Edelweiss. We've got two of the liveries. Again, this one still flies. This has actually been over where I live quite a few times, at about 30,000 feet, but it's been over. Good old Flight Radar 24. So we have a couple of those guys, as you can see. We got the Emirates as well. Hey there, love your channel. So are the sounds here by Echo 19, will they be better than I don't think they are. It'd be interesting to see if they are. I don't think so. From what I'll show you the sounds. If you stick with the stream, I'll show you the sounds and try and give you a good idea. The sounds, they sound fantastic. But again, I haven't been too close to an A340 to kind of give you a good idea. I think the last time I saw an A340 was probably at some time at Manchester when they were still there. Gulf Air, absolutely gorgeous. Although it does weirdly remind me of like some kind of, I don't know, some kind of dessert chocolate wrapper or something. I don't know. We've got a couple of the high flies, just a plain white one, but it does have some of the high fly emblems and livery bits on them as well. You know why they fly that high over the pool? The black high fly livery, which is very smart. I tried to capture some footage of this and it doesn't really look great while it's in the air, I must admit. It's a bit weird. Tony Dogs here, just a quick hello. I know, mate, it's a bit of a weird time, but obviously with the NDA breaking for this and everyone being able to show it, I think getting it sort of online and being able to show people as soon as possible. I mean, I could have done it a bit later, but honestly, I think the 7 o'clock one for me today would have been a bit of a hard sell. It wouldn't have been great for me anyway. There's the high fly livery, as you kind of would be more accustomed to. I think that's the one that's been shown quite a lot. It's certainly the one that I think goes to the Antarctic more, but this has been around. I think this has actually been to Manchester, this particular one as well. Legend Airlines looks a bit like the Belgium Airlines livery. In fact, it looks quite similar. Really does. Can you please talk in English? I'm from America and don't understand. Yes, I'm talking in English, mate. Kyle, do you want to give that person a bit of a... Yeah. I'm talking English, mate. Yeah, can we stop spamming, because I speak to people who are Spanish and Greek and people who don't fully understand, but if you're in America, then you should understand, mate. I'm not being funny. Yeah. Get him out of here, because he's obviously being an idiot. Can't be doing with that today. If it comes on again, Kyle, just boot him, mate, because I'm not in the mood for kind of people being idiots, because I was expecting people coming on here, because at the end of the day, no one's ever happy with anything new, and they always think they have to buy add-ons, don't they? Like, everyone thinks, oh, this is terrible, but I'm going to have to buy it. No, you don't. You don't have to buy it. It's not terrible. What I'm saying is, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. So Lufthansa still using the A340. They're still using the A340-600 as well. Again, these fly over Liverpool quite regularly, at altitude, of course. And you have some of the new liveries and some of the older ones as well. I know, Dave, mate, but you know what I mean? It's like, do you know what I mean? Just come in and enjoy the thing. You don't, yeah. I'm fine, mate. Kyle's here to slap people on the wrist. It's fine. So a couple of the old Lufthansas as well as the Star Alliance Lufthansa ones, which is really cool to see, actually, that they've put the Star Alliance ones in as well. We've got Mahan Air. Again, these still fly the A340 300s. And Olympic as well. So you have some of the old ones. You have some of the old airliners that used the 340 back in the day. And then obviously some of the guys who are still using the 340, which is fantastic. I think that's really, really cool. Qatar as well. Some SAS Star Alliance liveries as well with the red engines. and then this beautiful, which is still flying, South African Airlines one. On behalf of other Americans, I can apologise for the numbnuts. Keep up the great work, loving the showcase. Mate, I don't understand. There's people who, it's not like I'm talking in like a really thick Scottish or Irish or even like the Brummie or Newcastle, and I'm not really that Scouse. If someone else starts talking Scouse to me, then yeah, I do. It does become very, very broad, but yeah, it is what it is, mate. There's always going to be idiots who like to waste their own time. But yeah, Swiss, again, these still fly. South African ones still fly. So we have a special one, and we have the normal livery as well. Some Swiss, and then we have iniBuilds as well. Which kind of, yeah, the black nose, not too sure about, but anyway. So what I'm going to do is, just to keep things, I don't know, fairly, I'll try and swap between liveries so we can have a look through them, but obviously, as you can imagine, going through all these in the actual simulator will be a pain in the ass. It's just their IQ, it's fine. It's good to see there's people who are being nice, you know what I mean, but it's one of those. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stick this on the ground at Liverpool. Now, this very well could easily land at Liverpool. I'm pretty sure there has been a 340 once in a while at Liverpool. But yeah, we're going to stick it on the ground here. Now, unfortunately, there's no actual stands here. Well, no usable stands, but these are usable in the actual airport. And this is where you will find the heavies around this area. Obviously, over here, your 737s, your 320s, everything a bit smaller. But this is in Liverpool. This is where you find the heavies, if we get anything in. This is where the Australian Air Force A330, the refueling plane, but also obviously the government plane, this is where that was sat. But there doesn't seem to be any kind of way that they position these aircraft here. They just like to do it whatever way they like. Anyway, let's get in. So again, like I said, guys, there is going to be many streamers, many content creators out there who will get this aircraft set up, start it up, do all the business, get a route going, fly somewhere and show you it all flying. Those are the guys I would recommend going off, and if you want to see the systems depth, you want to see the aircraft flying, those are your guys. I'm sadly not one of those guys. I will show you what this thing looks like and what it sounds like and all the little details. I'll get up close, I'll show you it, and it's beautiful. It's just as fantastic looking as the A350 as well. Let me just turn that down. That's all. Hang on. So obviously, if you are watching, guys, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everyone's coming in to have a look at this new aircraft. Let me know if you can still hear the sounds and my voice level is still coming through. Obviously, that's important that you're getting a bit of both as well. So we have a little walk around of the 350 now. I have already got it set up. Let me just quickly, I don't really want to show you much, but I think it's on APU mode. Little tiny look here of the new EFB layout as well, which is quite interesting. But we have a little walk around, as I say. We're at Liverpool at the minute. Nothing on the ground, which is usually the case. But it's gorgeous. It's the the immaculate modelling and texturing that iniBuilds are known for. Have a look at the it's very, and these things do glow in the dark if there's obviously if there's a lot of hot braking going on. It's fantastic. If you've got the A350, you'll obviously be appreciative of the detailing in this one. Very, very nice. And obviously, yes, it is how it flies and how it feels to fly, and obviously sounds and how it all works. There's that middle gear. Now, this took me back because I don't actually think I was aware of this middle gear until I did a few landings in it over the week. But it's there and it looks mad. How's the performance so far? In my opinion, and this is just from my, I've done it. I've taken it off. I've flew it a bit. I've landed it or tried to land it. Performance for me is better than the A350 at launch. That's all I'm going to say. That is what I think, and that's what I am finding with it, is that I've had no crashes so far. Touch wood. Frame rate, everything seems fantastic. I can't really fault it. At the busier airports, yeah, I mean, things get a bit choppy, but that's just me because I haven't really optimized my visuals yet. I've just cranked everything up to bloody 1000 and just left it, you know. But yeah, it is blooming gorgeous. It even goes into the cockpit and the cabin as well. The texture work in the cockpit is just incredible. And as you can see, the tail fin here as well, the vertical stabilizer is kind of off to the left, as you sometimes see with aircraft on stand as well. But it's lovely. It is really, really nice. Let me just jump into the drone camera because obviously there's always so much the walk-in mode can't show you as well. Now, you can also mess about with the level of dirt and the weathering as well in the EFB. The EFB is just a whole other thing itself as well. This EFB, they've gone all out with the EFB this time. It's obviously iniBuilds provides some kind of, you know, default generic EFB for their Flight Sim 2024 aircraft that are included in the sim. And then obviously the A350 one's different as well. This one, they haven't, I don't think they've talked about it much. I'm sure they will show it in their trailer and in their launch sort of jargon, if you like. But as you can see, it's, yeah, it's really, really nice. Again, it's not something I fly. Obviously, big shout out to iniBuilds who always support the channel and let me have a look at their sceneries and aircraft ahead of release, or at least on release, and this is no exception. Very, very nice. I really, really hope we get to see the 600. Yeah, I mean, it's what you come to expect. It's very, very nice. Obviously, we'll have a little look at the cabin and then move our way into the cockpit. We'll start her up, or at least the EFB will start her up. You don't want me trying to start her up. I mean, I kind of know it's probably in the wrong order, but I kind of, you know, have an understanding. But I'll be starting my sort of airliner tutorials with the A320, I think. Very, very nice. Let me take you in to the what I can do is, let's see, this does have GSX. As you can see, it says being remote controlled. Basically, if you go inside the cockpit, you have a GSX menu within here. Now this seems to be stuck, which isn't great. You can turn it off, but then I find, there we go. How do we get back? No, we don't want that. We don't want that. So you can turn it off and then use the other menu. Basically, it's simple as that. It all works. But I'm going to restart it anyway because I can't get into the main menu at the minute. So I don't know if it's already loaded in a GSX menu, but things seem to work quite well. It's loading up. It's loading up. I can't get back from this. I don't know why. It's a bit of a pain. Anyone know how to get back from GSX to the main menu? Because it doesn't seem to be working. And then obviously I can't do it in the actual aircraft because it's doing the same thing as well. I don't want to de-ice the aircraft. And then when I reload it, it just gives me back this anyway. Anyway, let's not mess about with that because you can turn it off and on in here. And then it seems to do it for you anyway. Also, GSX is outdated, which is always the case as well. Let me show you the cabin. We'll go through the cabin, which is all the way back here. Zoom the camera out a bit. And yeah, some people might not be bothered about the cabin at all, but again, it's fantastic. All the screens come on, and the cabin lighting as well is really, really nice. You can actually see that the back rows here drop down to a 3, which is quite cool because they're all 4s. Didn't know that. Obviously, we'll have to try it out, but I'm not too sure if we can't click on anything anyway inside drone mode. I don't think. But it has economy. It has a premium economy, which or maybe first or business class. I don't know. And I'm pretty certain all of the cabins are similar. I don't think there's any custom ones that I've seen anyway. That I've noticed. I could be wrong. But it's the same deal, guys. It's the same quality that you've come to expect. It's very nice, and as you can see, the performance is spot on. I see a couple of little things shaking and juttering, but I mean, I can deal with that. I can live with that. Let's have a little look and see, guys, whether we can do our little toilet test. Have they put the toilet in? Of course they have. It did flush, I heard it. So we have our working toilet. There's your answer. and the cockpit as well. The flight deck is just. I'll show you with the drone camera, because we'll get it turned on, but the texture work, the little bits of dirt everywhere, kind of glitching in there a bit, but you'll see that everything isn't just perfect. You know, things are scraped away, there's, you know, grubby paws, and these are, I think, the LCD, the old monitor style. You can actually already see it in, even when the screens are off. And this is what I'm like, guys. I love have a look at detail. And yeah, I know people want to see the aircraft flying and see how it all runs, but as I say, there's many other creators who'll do it much better than me. And they might even show you how good the texture work is. Let's have a little look at the EFB. I'm sorry I can't get GSX working. It's a bit of a shame, really, because I can't seem to get it back off that, and I don't know if there's a button. In fact, I really need to have a little look and see if there's a button. yeah. I can't seem to find a button that'll take this menu back. So if obviously anyone knows, even if you're rewatching the stream, if anyone knows how to make this go back. No, it doesn't seem to be going back. Don't know whether this is obviously an issue with the aircraft or GSX itself. It might be a bit of both, so I do apologise for that I can't show you any of that working. But the stairs go to all three of the doors, and it does seem to work. But again, there will be a proper one, I'm assuming, available. But yeah, bit of a shame. Ah, well. So the new EFB, there's a lot in here. First of all, we have the settings button to overlay. You can turn brightness down, all the good stuff. Time compression, power off, lock, turn around, and then your panel states it in here rather than elsewhere, which is great. And then you've got all this. So maintenance, you can... I think you can open maintenance panels. I'm not completely sure. Tell you what, that's taken a bit of a hit, hasn't it? That's choppy as you like. But you can replace things, so there is wear and tear on it, which again is fantastic. Failures, just like the A350, you can simulate a bird strike, which seems to be, I think, when you take off, and then all of your, your flight controls, your fuel, your power, and you can also do GPS jamming as well. So it's got that built in from the start. Auto saves, I'm guessing it's just for profiles, and if you want to mess around. I haven't done much messing around with the EFB yet and done stuff like that. Do you need to reload the flight at a different gate? Probably. It might be, mate. It might be. Possibly. It might be. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll have a look at that. We are live streaming. It might be. It could be. It could be that. Technically, it's not on a stand. It's just starting from. For me pressing, a custom place, so that would make sense. Let's see if this is big enough for the 340. But good shout, Robert. I appreciate it, mate. We'll see, but it also just could be, it's early doors, yeah. And it's that early. I'm pretty certain we are close to release. I actually thought it was going to release today, if I'm going to be totally honest, but I'm sure they'll want to put out an actual official trailer and all that business. But yeah, we'll see if it works now. Let's have a little look. There we go. There you go. So, Robert's the man. Robert's the man. So, you can have the stairs there. She's floating. She's floating on the stairs. They're using the Swiss port, which I'm assuming they will be. I don't know if this is fully compatible with GSX just yet, but it seems to be working. For example, the stairs don't. I think the stairs aren't interacting with the aircraft when they're sitting static or they're going around it and stuff. Cheers, Robert, mate. Thank you so much. And obviously, with GSX, if you want to take the hoods off, you just need to give it a clear bit of weather. But yeah, They all work. They seem to be absolutely fine. Now, have they made it like the Phoenix? Again, probably, I don't know whether they'd be using this one. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. But yeah, can you actually walk on board? I'm going to say no. As you can see, there's the High Fly, operated by, I think it's Malta Air. No, you can't walk on. Bit of a shame, but again, you know, Phoenix are doing that really, really well. Most people probably won't use it, but if you are one who does the full walk around and you know, does everything for your pre-flight and stuff, you'll probably appreciate that being something that you can do. Morning, Jeff from Brazil. Good flying. Thank you, Jeff. Good to see you, mate. I appreciate it. But yeah, this is a bit of an earlier stream, guys. I did want to get it on stream, and to be very, very honest, I do want the evening with the family. And obviously, if there's a 7 p.m. start, then I'm there for the sort of the rest of the night. And it's all reet in it. It's all we can have people come in and watch it, and you can rewatch it as well. So that's something. Let's have a little fiddle with the catering service and see what happens there.
Catering vehicles are on their way.
Thank you very much. And we can have a little mess around with everything in here because we've got the window blinds, which look fantastic. Animations, really, really nice as well. There we go. So if it was particularly bright in Liverpool, which it never is, you can do all that. Now, have we got the movable chairs, which I'm assuming it has, because we got the chair rests. Oh, I thought it would have had the chairs that move. Interesting. But again, it is worth pointing out that this is pre-release, but I can't see them implementing the chairs. Let's stick it on. Let's have a little look how our catering service is going. There we go. Getting a little message again. Seems fine though. Nice. What we'll do it. Oh, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop. Can't control my cameras. Right. Reset. There we go. Let's get it on to. Let's have a little look at these while they get on with their business. Where have we got? Throttle calibration. If you are wanting to mess around with all that business, now that's what I still need. Even with me not flying airliners, I still need a dedicated set of pedals, rudder pedals for sure, and I need a throttle. I don't mind what throttle, but I need a throttle. I've got the Ursa Minor by Winwing, which, by the way, does it work? No, it doesn't. That's a bit of a shame. We've got the Ursa Minor by Winwing and the flight control panels, the FCU and the EFIS as well. The actual joystick doesn't seem to be working, but I'm sure you need to set all that up, which is not a problem. Windows open if you were interested. Again, animations are fantastic as well. Settings, so again, a lot in here. You can obviously turn the rudder into the tiller for your nose wheel steering, which is something I do because I don't have that option. Again, stuff that you'll be familiar with. iOS alignment, you can put it to, you know, the real world time it takes, fast, and then obviously instant if you're not too fussed with all that. Auto tiller disconnect, weight limits, weight units rather. auto import, pause on top of the descent, performance mode, auto step climb, auto GPU disconnect, link instruments, EFB settings, on-screen keyboard disabled and enabled. You can actually, it will disable aircraft commands when you start using that as well, which is great. I'm just going to move all these back up. Perfecto. Those guys. Oh, hello, mate. How you doing? So obviously you can do the printing if you wanted to do that. I've seen people actually have their own little printers set up and do all that. Audio settings. Obviously you can mess about with engine sounds. We'll bump them up in this case. Call outs. You would have seen this before, but you can, on your approach, you can decide if you want everyone on it, which is a bit of a pain, or you can disable them. Third party, such as say intentions beyond ATC, your sim brief, your hoppy, all that is fully there, and you can get all that set up. Obviously I won't do that now, but it's there for you guys to do. Configuration, SATCOM, ice detector, brake fans, I've enabled. Standby option, standby gauges, RS. I don't think you can mess about with the, not like the Citation X where you can change the screens, maybe because they never bothered upgrading the screens in the A340, possibly. En route map, it's a map. It's a map. You can zoom in and out or recenter. We're in Liverpool. Charts, again, something that the A350 had and various other things. Once you do that, you can type things in. We're in Echo Golf Papa, and everything's there. Fantastic. And click on them. Love to see it. Landing and takeoff performance as well. You've got your own little compute. You can calculate it all and have it all worked out for you. So there's basically, I know a lot of people who've got the full sim setup. They can do it on a tablet and they can do it elsewhere on different screens, which is fantastic if you obviously if you have all that. But there's an option there as well. I haven't got obviously that all set up, so it'd be very, very hard to show you all that. GSX, integration off and on, auto import, sim brief. It's telling me that GSX is also outdated as well. It's telling me it's connected. It all works, as I say. It seems to be absolutely fine. The catering guys have gone now. Let me get rid of the stairs, because obviously I do want to power it up. I want to show you guys what it sounds like and how it flies, hopefully. We'll do a little flight somewhere. I don't know where, but we'll fly it. Well, I'll try and fly it. Ground equipment. Again, it's all there. You can adjust the cabin lighting, close all the doors. The weathering and dirt. Now we do need to look at this because I saw this last minute last night and I want to have a little look and see. Cargo doors not powered. Makes sense because we can get it all powered there. And I want to show you the screens. When these have all sorted themselves out, I can show you the screens and show you how really nice these look as well. And just to make you aware, guys, the resource, basically the the performance messages that I get is because I've got everything turned up to ultra, and I shouldn't, because I have room to change some of these. I don't need everything as high as I've got them, but I'll do that another time. Let's have a little look and see if we can have a little looky look inside into the cargo bay, which again, fully modelled. Fantastic. It's got it closed up. You can toggle the stairs from here, toggle the jetways as well. Let's remove them. And I can also show you the cabin lighting as well. In fact, I can show you what the actual... We're still in the cabin hold. Here we go. I think the cabin lighting in this is gorgeous. I mean, obviously with the A350 we've got all the different... Well, if you've got the cabin packs, which... If you've got the A350 in flight a lot, you might as well. It's free download. The lighting in some of those cabin packs is fantastic. But I think the lighting in this cabin, I think the cabin looks really, really nice on the 340. Not in general, it's obviously it's outdated now, but the actual modelling and texturing in the iniBuilds one is really, really nice. Let's speed up. No running in the cabin. Here's the first class, business class. Where the people with the silly amounts of money go. Didn't think the screens would work. Yeah, they do, yeah. And here is the cockpit. So this is what it looks like. And you can see sort of the pixels, the elements in the screen. Not so much, well, you can hear. If you have a little look in the reflections here, you can actually see the individual. It's so good. Very, very nice. And then again, obviously, we get the lovely, depending on where you put your camera, you've got the lovely reflections in the glass as well. Which always looks great. It always looks great, that. I love to see that. Where were we? Let's take it back to about in the morning, just before midday. We could do that, and also as well, like I said before, date and weathering. Let's have a little look at this because I was curious. Now I'm not too sure where it would appear, but let's just have a little look. Got a bit of flicker in there, guys, but again, keep in mind that we are on a pre-release version. Let's have a little look. And obviously we have a little bit of dirt here along the nose cone. But what's it like if we start... Yeah, so you can see it. Definitely can see it. Let's have a little look. Maybe it's in certain places, but certainly it did look a bit more mucky. Let's have a little look around the engines. it might be more visible on different liveries, you know what I mean? So maybe this is not the most flattering of liveries to try it on. Oh. Or maybe simply it is not implemented yet. Snow accumulation. Let's have a little look. So you can tip a load of snow, even on the engines here as well. Nice. She ain't taking off any time. Right, let's not mess about anymore, guys. If there's anything you do want to see, then let me know. But what we'll do is, I think this is just going to push us back without any kind of actual cart attached, I don't think. I mean, we'll just use GSX. It's probably better.
You need to set parking brakes to request ground services.
All right. I understand. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Before we move on, obviously, payload, you can add all of your cargo, your packs, obviously everything else necessary into there. My flight, again, that's something that you see on the iniBuilds AFB in its own little place as well. And then flight planner, I think that's a Navigraph one, which I don't have. I don't need it. Not at this point anyway. I don't need it at this point. Do you have to fly it to accumulate filth? Good question. Good. It's a valid point, Dave. It's a valid point. Most likely. We'll see if we can actually do that. But it's a good. It's a good one. I don't think I've seen that on the iniBuilds AFB before. That's not something I've seen. It could be something that's on the 350. Also as well, that GSX menu's doing my head in. Can you stop? Don't get stuck on there, please. Okay, we'll do that. Let's get it pushed back. And we will take off, just so we're not taxiing for miles and miles. We'll take off on 09. So we'll want the tail
Hello,
to the
Captain.
left.
We are ready for pushback.
Hiya, mate. You okay? Woo! How you doing, mate? You okay? There he goes.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Cheers, man. Appreciated. So we need a tail to the left.
Locking gear.
Nice. I think my favourite livery so far is probably the South African one, the special livery. It's really, really nicely done. Is it going to let me choose? So we want the nose to right, tail to the left, I think.
Release parking brakes, please.
Okay, alright. Bossy,
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Here we go, guys. He's going to get ran over. Watch yourself, mate. Jesus. Oh, he's done this before, hasn't he? Ah, look at that. Look at that, Kyle, mate. Beautiful shot there, look at that. Take a little snapshot. Again, guys, don't judge me. I mean, that looks like it's going to power all four at the same
Please set
time.
parking brakes.
All right, mate. Jesus Christ.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Yeah, all right. Show the on the tray table and all those. Okay. I'm not too sure if you can put the flight plan on there.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
You'll have to let me know how the sort of the flight documents and the flight plan, how you do that. I wasn't even aware you could do it. As I say, I don't fly the Airbuses a lot. Obviously, I know the tray table, but
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
So Mac, I don't think it's coming out for 2020, mate, to be honest with you. I think it's just for 2024, and it is going to be a timed marketplace exclusive as well, by the sounds of it. So there's that to think about as well. iniBuilds are confident that they're going to get any updates out as quick as they can, but we all know that updates to marketplace add-ons in general, airports, aircraft, anything, is quite slow. So it'd be interesting to see how they get those important updates out, which is obviously a bit of a worry to people. The printers, I think they do work, yeah, but again, I think the printer you would need something to print out, and I don't have anything to print out. This is, again, this is full disclosure at the start of the stream. This is where I am going to be absolutely terrible in showing the little some of the little bits that I'm not 100% on. So yeah, I have full disclaimer that I tell everyone, listen, I am not the person to give you a full in-depth review, at least of this, because I don't fly them. All this is completely sort of to a point. Obviously I know things, but I'm not the one to be showing you how to fly the 340 or how it flies. I can show you what it looks like, how it sounds, you know, it moving about, it flying. So I would keep an eye out on some of the other streamers, like the likes of Chewy. There's a whole lot of others. Two-Tone Murphy will obviously jump in this thing and give it a good little blast around, but I'm certainly not the person to give you a full breakdown of this. I just wanted to get it on my channel as soon as possible to show you what it looks like. Obviously iniBuilds have showed it off quite a bit, but we did have a good look around it. We'll have a little fly about and stuff. But yeah, I am not the one to give you the is it brilliant, does it work like an A340? Right now I can tell you that it sounds great, it looks bloody great. I've not had crashes from it, and this is pre-release, and I've been able to fly it, you know. Performance is also great as well. That's, yeah, exactly. 330 driver will be the one. He will be the one, and I'm sure he will tell you whether it's good, because at the end of the day, this, for the most part, is a 330 with an extra bit more girth, and 2 extra engines. But I'm sure if he can fly a 330, he could most likely fly a 340 in the simulator. So definitely look out for his analysis, because it's going to be far better than mine. Right now I'm here just to show you it and give it a bit of a bit of an early first look. Do you know what I mean? Like just show it. It's something I've been able to do thanks to iniBuilds, so why not? Let's get going, guys. I'll show you how it all looks and sounds and moves. You're gonna want to get out of the way of the engine, love. I'll be honest with you. Oh well. Bye bye. But yeah, guys, my first impressions. Performance seems fantastic. I've not had any crashes. That's not to say it might crash. I don't know. I've not had any crashes. I did in the A350. This is what I can say. It's as detailed, if not in some ways even more detailed visually than the 350. And I actually got what's going on. So I have got the wheel steering on, but it's okay. Okay, well there's the first problem. Ivan, good to see you, bud. Doesn't want to steer, which is more than likely a user error, which is more than likely, but I've been taxiing this for the last 72 hours and it seemed fine. Interesting. Okay, it seems to be fine now. Not too sure what was happening there. So I've set up nose wheel steering. I can do it to the rudder, but obviously you can see that the rudder is turning. So I've set my nose wheels turning to 2 buttons on my controller, which seems to work fine, but it's quite easy to hit the parking brake. If you try to brake, you have to take your finger off the secondary button, and yeah. Dave, no worries. Thanks for coming in, mate. I really appreciate it. Thanks for your help, and thanks for spending some time on the channel, mate. I really appreciate it. It is, mate. It is, Kyle. But we definitely we might have even had the high fly 340 in here at Liverpool. But it has been a while. It has been a long while, yeah. Yeah, so there's things I've completely would have missed, guys, like takeoff trim and stuff. Let's have a little look. There's also probably a better way to do this as well. And again, I don't even know if this is the trim. Let's set it to 3 and hope for the best. Yeah, I mean, this is what it is, guys. This is what it is. But yeah, let me give her a bit of welly. Is let me see if we can actually get it off the ground and nice. There's Kyle and Mike down there on the mound. Nice to see you. Gear up. A little bit of a stutter there, but lovely animations as always. Wasn't bad, was it, Kyle? I mean, I can do some things. Up and away from Liverpool there. Right over the Jubilee Bridge, the Runcorn Bridge, and the Mersey Gateway Bridge. Witness of Runcorn down below there. What's going on? Why? Oh. I think I need glasses. Yeah, well, that's completely thingy, isn't it? Cheers, Donny. This is why I don't fly them, mate. I really, really enjoy just lashing a Cessna or a Piper, or you know, something nice and slow and that can go low across the fields and the mountains. But obviously, I know there's a lot of people who love to get up in the you know, get up above the clouds, do some real world routes, do their own routes, get their own virtual airline started, and I appreciate that. I think if it wasn't for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 coming out, I think I'd more than likely still be, well, if it didn't come out, I'd still be on X-Plane, but I'd certainly still be flying some of the 737 and even A320s, the tallest ones. I think Microsoft Flight Sim really opened sort of my eyes to sort of the GA flying, because for me, I as a plane spotter, aviation enthusiast, it's airliners that interest me. I don't really find the GA aircraft, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great going to airfields and seeing them take off and land and seeing some of the rare warbirds and, you know, some of the lesser known aircraft. It's still quite cool to go and see it, but for me, if I go plane spotting, it's, you know, Manchester Heathrow, it's to see things like this. So it's weird, isn't it? It's weird. It's a bit of a parallel, I guess. I don't know. But again, guys, just taking it nice and easy. Let's get this out into level flight, hopefully. Where you taking me? Where you taking me? So I've noticed that my wing probably needs some kind of calibration to it. The flight control panel is literally a carbon copy of, I think for the most part, is exactly the same as the 320 by the looks of it. I'm looking at the flight control panels and it seems to be. So there'd be no reason why you couldn't get this set up in on the wing panels. I don't think there'd be any reason why you couldn't really. Be interesting to see if we can get Moby Flight running. Maybe I can't just get it running as easy as that. So I do have Moby Flight as well. It would be interesting to see if oh. What have I done? What have I done? I think I was messing with something and I didn't like it elsewhere, away from it. But yeah, guys, like I said before, the actual monitors, like, they're really, really lovely done. You can see all the little bits of dirt accumulating on the pedestal and on the panels themselves as well. You can see little dirt marks. It's little coffee marks as well. Look at that. I mean, that is some wild detail. Very, very wild detail. But then, you know, if you're going to be spending this much money on aircraft, you want it to fly well, but you also want it to look the part as well. You want it to look exactly like the real world. It's incredible. Love to see it. I love that design. I mean, it's not the most prettiest livery, I guess, but I love that they sort of put the almost like the A330 mask, the 330 Neo mask on there. Lovely stuff. Yeah, as I say, guys, if I've forgot anything in terms of the flight and how it flies and what I should be doing, ignore me. There will be a lot of people who will do this better. There'll be a lot of streamers, a lot of content creators, even now probably, and going on for the rest of the week. I tell you what, it doesn't like me, this plane, does it? But again, there'll be a reason why it's doing that. Like I said, I am not the one who is in any position to fly this. Like I said, there's going to be, for the rest of the weekend now and going forward, the NDA is lifted earlier today. There will be people who will be able to stop it. Yeah, there'll be people who this won't happen to, basically. But yeah, there'll be many people. Tuto Mehdi, A330 driver, loads of people. Chewy, of course, who will be able to give this a good once over and show you just how it flies and not have things beeping, and yeah, a lot better people. But listen, I'm not going to pretend, I'm not going to sit here and insult anyone's intelligence by saying this is how you fly it and this is how it should be flyed, and even people not watching will be shocked by my skills. Look, it keeps on going off and I don't know why. I haven't got a clue. Oh, I know why. Is it because I've got to have the... It's overspeeding for one. Hopefully I've done it, but it was overspeed. Captain, when is it releasing? Haven't got a clue. I thought it was today, if I'm going to be totally honest. I thought it was today, but clearly not. I think it's most likely now, unless they do release it over the weekend, which doesn't always seem like it's going to be the case with iniBuilds. I don't think they do release it the weekend, but we never know, do we? We never know. I'm going to say it's probably going to be Monday now, but again, Monday doesn't feel like a day they should be releasing things, so I honestly don't know, and I couldn't comment on the price either, unfortunately. Me having a guess, I don't know, around the same price as the 350, if not cheaper. I know a couple of people said it should be cheaper than the 350, but again, I don't know. There's the same level of detail, the same, by the looks of it, the same system fidelity, or at least the overall flight model, how the systems all work, seems to be similar to the 350, so it could be around the same price. Maybe if it's not the same price, 10 to 15 pounds cheaper maybe, but again, this is all guess and speculation. Release date, I thought it might have been today. It could still be today. They could actually have this out at 5 o'clock or a bit later on, or tomorrow around midday. I really don't know. I'm sorry that I can't help with releases. Just as a bit of an idea of kind of my relationship with iniBuilds. Obviously, iniBuilds provide me with, if they're able to, pre-release versions of airports and aircraft. Sometimes I can request it and ask, can I do something on that, they can say yeah or no. And obviously we don't get told about releases at all, or prices. Sometimes we get to know prices, but we haven't today with this one, so it is still a case of keep an eye out. I would recommend joining the iniBuilds Discord if you can, or at least iniBuilds they're on every social media, pretty much like me. They're on Facebook, Instagram, X and TikTok, and they do constantly update those, so definitely worth checking those iniBuilds out and staying up to date with those on those pages, because they'll be the ones where you'll get it straight up. Basically, Discord, from what I see, they update their Discord first and then move over to, I think it's Facebook, just because of obviously how I've seen it. I think Instagram is the last that they do, but certainly Facebook and X get it first. But on their announcements page or their notams, that's where they'll tell you first. So Discord's probably the best place to go with for updates regarding releases. I've noticed you can't really walk through here. You've got to get low to the ground to kind of worm your way through. Don't know why. But yeah, it makes it a bit harder to get kind of near to the wing view. Obviously, you can then set custom keybinds. I mean, look at that, guys. Look at the engine view there. Nice. Love to see it. Love to see it. Yeah, I think I'll get it. I think I'll get a screenshot there. I think I'll get a screenshot. Looks blooming good, doesn't it? Lovely stuff with those quad engines, the hair dryers. It's probably a bit better angle, that actually. Little snapshot there. But I mean, again, if you're unaware, because a lot of people don't know, so from what I can remember, I've got mine set, and I think mine set as the default path, Alt Shift and one of the numbers. So if I do Alt Shift and 5, I think it worked. Yeah. So if I go back to the cockpit now and then do Control Shift 5, spot on. Love to see it. Many people know that. If you didn't know that, you can go into the key bindings in your settings and you can set it to your own path. But I think by default, Alt Shift and one of the numbers of your choice will set it. So obviously it's all about moving your camera to where you want it to be. And then obviously setting it, and then you can just jump to those paths, and they will save on an aircraft basis as well. So and set it up there over a very clear skied UK, which it definitely isn't at the moment, through the toilet there. Can't really appreciate those quad engines from the back view here. Right now, though, we are actually making our way out over the coast. Don't know where we're going. We haven't got any destination. But yeah, the little custom camera modes are fantastic. So we could even just, plop ourselves here and have this as a camera angle, and then obviously be able to move it about. If you want to be a virtual passenger, if you want. And there's another shot as well. Can't see any of those engines, which is definitely a no-no. But yeah, you can do all that. Obviously, you can set. Don't know why it's done that. Don't know why. I haven't got a clue. I don't even want to guess. You guys will know better than me. But yeah, it's lovely. As mentioned over my Discord and social media, it's not an aircraft I will be flying regularly. Once in a while, I might jump back in. I might even learn more on the smaller Airbuses and start gradually making my way forward into the bigger ones. But from my experience, I was again lucky enough to get the A350 before release. In my experience so far, performance better, hasn't crashed. It looks, it looks as detailed, if not better, than the A350. I think I'm taking stuff like the old monitors here and the likes of that. Really, you know, I mean, obviously the 350 is a newer plane by years and years, so it is going to be looking newer. But I appreciate the fact that iniBuilds have gone as far as to get all these coffee and other stains. I mean, the texture work is fantastic. Don't know the price yet, unfortunately. I don't know a price and I don't know a release date. I honestly thought the release date was going to be today. That's what I was thinking. It might still be. There's still time. With today, obviously, iniBuilds being sort of UK/Dubai based. Like I said before, guesses on price probably going to range anywhere from the same as the A350, maybe a tiny bit cheaper. I honestly don't know, but I think sort of visual fidelity, I can't comment, but from what I can gather, system fidelity is all as, if not better. It could also be as more complete, so I think this is more complete than the 350 was at launch, but again, that is just my observations. That's what I think it is. It certainly seems there's a bit more going on, but again, there's a lot of people who will be able to tell you that when they get hold of it and start live streaming and making content on it. I ain't the person to tell you a lot about this aircraft. And yeah, you can ask why live stream it then, why show it? Well, why not? I've been able to load it in, show you guys it a bit better than seeing it on a preview of a screenshot or a video. So yeah, if you are watching this back, keep that in mind. I have been very open about it on my video description and Discord, so yeah. En route map, let's have a little look, because I haven't got a clue where we are. It's also not loading as well. Bit of a shame. There we go. Ah, okay, so we're just sort of north of Norwich. I also still can't get used to how the heading mode works on these, because I do have, oh, there we go. Tell you what I want to do, I want to get some more clouds in the sky. Yeah, so I think, as I say, guys, without repeating myself too much, I thought release was going to be today. I couldn't now give you any kind of estimation on what day it's going to be. It could still be today, potentially. I don't know if iniBuilds like to release things at the weekend, but it's still possible. Price point, I'm going to hazard a guess and say around the same price as the 350, but that will surely be an estimate on my behalf. I mean, she looks beautiful, doesn't she? Very photogenic. Especially when the sun's glistening off her like that. Some moody clouds over there. But yeah, guys, I won't be live for much longer. I'll try and take it down and try somewhat of a landing somewhere. Can't promise it's going to be amazing. I won't be using any of the autopilot because that still baffles me, as you would have seen. So yeah, I'm also looking like I'm a bit low on fuel, aren't I? But yeah, we'll get it down somewhere. We'll try and land, and then we'll call it a day, guys. If you want to rewatch the stream, obviously, if you're rewatching, please be nice. I've shown you as much as I can. Please go off and wait for the likes of Chewy, A330 driver, Two-Tone Murphy, all of those guys who can really give you a better idea of system's depth and whether she does actually fly like an A340. I can tell you one thing, performance is great, visually stunning, sounds fantastic, just working for me, not had a crash, and I can tell you now that this has definitely been a smoother experience than the A350 when that launched, and I am a massive iniBuilds fan. I tell you that for nothing. I really admire those guys, especially their sceneries, obviously the aircraft wise, obviously some of the smaller stuff fantastic, but the Cessna Caravan for example, but their airports, I absolutely adore them. So yeah, big thank you to iniBuilds for the opportunity as always, even if I'm not the best person to show something like this off. I am going to try and get a little bit of a cinematic showcase out for you guys. Nothing major. I'd say it was something very last minute. It wasn't something I was planning to do for sure. So I will pop a little. I will pop a little A340 cinematic on the channel at some point over the next couple of days. But I would say it's. I would say I don't want to say rushed. It's not being rushed. I mean, I've certainly filmed quite a few scenes for it, but I haven't done a cinematic for a long time, and I want the channel to kind of, as I always say for the last month or so, repeat. I want the channel to be doing a mixture of content, and that's how it's going at the minute. A lot of you guys have really enjoyed the freeway video. Look at that. Look at that view, by the way. Wow, wow, wow. But yeah, you guys have really enjoyed the freeway video that I released the other day, so there will be more of those for sure on the channel. I really enjoy doing those. Paolo, the 40 looks really, really nice, man. Always loved that plane. I had some fantastic memories, memorable flights. Hope it performs better than the 50. Again, from my experience so far, me in particular, I certainly am seeing a better overall user experience and just streamlined experience. Frame rates are being fantastic, no WASM crashes, whatever you call them, been really nice. I can't fault it for its stability, and this is still only pre-release as well, so bodes well. It bodes well. But yeah, we will try and get it on the ground. Look at the view, guys. I mean, I know the clouds in X-Plane 12 are something to behold, but that's a view in itself, isn't it? Fantastic, fantastic. So if you are re-watching, guys, yeah, this has kind of been a first look and a bit of a mess around, but you've got to see the iniBuilds 340 close up and all the little intricate details, and you've heard it, you've seen it fly. Again, please make sure that you are watching other creators' channels in the next 24 hours or so over the weekend for their take on the 340. They might give you a completely different take than me. Certainly they will be able to tell you a lot more about if it flies nicely, if you know, I think some of that weathering and dirt does actually happen in real time by the looks of it as well. So we were talking about that, weren't we? We were talking about the weathering and the dirt. Where was it? So I've turned it on, I've left it on, so that's actually quite interesting. Just a lone pilot, obviously very realistic. And he's also not really dressed for the occasion as well, is he? Beautiful, beautiful. Always love to see these in real life. I think I got to see the odd Virgin A340. Right, where are we? Where are we? Because we're going to have to think about getting it on the ground. Stansted could be a good call, seeing as this particular air. Oh no, not this one. It was the other. It was the other. What was the other one that was here? The Air X. That was at Stansted more recently. Hi Alex, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. I mean, I won't be live for much longer now. But we're going to try and get her down on the ground. No worries, Alex, mate. No worries at all, mate. Glad to see you, mate. And here's what I was talking to you about last night. Obviously, I was under strict rules not to say, but here she is, mate. I think you do well in this, mate. I think you know the Airbus cockpit a lot better than me. In fact, you know it. you know it. I don't know it. So I think you'd absolutely enjoy this. Well, I wasn't expecting it, mate, but obviously iniBuilds gave me the opportunity. It was in my mailbox, and I thought, listen, I'll show it on stream. I'll do a little cinematic for it, and I'll give it a little go. I'm not the best, mate. As you know, I'm not an airline flyer, although I really would like to kind of start learning the Airbus a bit more. Yeah, mate, you'd absolutely love this. You'd excel at flying this. So I'll try and get it on the ground. Again, haven't got a Scooby-Doo what I'm doing, but I'm assuming we're gonna we have to yeah, okay. It seems to be loading. Go into your MCDU. Hopefully NZA brings some freeware compatibility. So they've Ivan, yeah, a couple of them Sorry, Alex, mate. Yeah, I know. I definitely know where the flight management control screen is, mate. I know various things. Do you know what I mean? I'll be with you in a sec, though. So NZA started doing some of their freeware stuff. So Calgary Boulder and Amaru, they've been compatible with 2024, made compatible. Some of the others, like can't remember, the Westport, I think, doesn't work with 2024, or at least it's not compatible with it. So yeah, but as I say, Napier is coming as a pro line, and I can't wait to see Napier as a payware scenery. It looks fantastic. That was one of my favourite freewares back in the day when I first started the YouTube channel, and still is as well, still fantastic. But a payware scenery of Napier with an interior and everything, I can't wait to check that out. Cool, go in there, and you might want to go to my phone just said hey Google, even though I didn't. Oh cool, you go in there when you can, mate, and then go on to the flight plan screen. I haven't even aligned the thingy, but this is odd because it was set to, in the panel state in the FB, it was set to take off, so it should have done all that. So I don't know why that's a thing. So it might not work, mate, but you can have a little look for me and see if I am currently descending down to 3,000 now. So I am descending at least. Where am I? Oh, hang on. I mean, I'm probably not. I should be clearing all them, I guess. I don't know, but there you go, mate. Go into the ini. I'm gonna just stop this descent a bit. That's all. I'm gonna click descent. See, this is why Alex is a mod, guys, because he's not also a mod, he also knows how to fly Airbuses very, very well. To be honest with you, mate, what we should do is, what we should really do, type Echo Golf Sierra Sierra, which is Stansted, I believe, yeah. Do you know what we can do, mate? Give me a second, give me a little second. You guys might hear this, so if you guys hear it, then fair enough.
Hiya, mate.
Hello, mate, you okay?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. So obviously, if you guys can hear on the stream, this is Alex, one of our moderators, a good friend of mine as well. So he's like the air traffic controller right now, and obviously I'm a passenger that has just obviously got into the cockpit and has to land the A340. So yeah, let's just say that.
All right, mate.
But again, that's if you can hear Alex. I think you can. I'm not too sure, but if you can't, guys, then no worries. But I'm pretty sure you can by the looks of it. Right. So go for it, mate.
So go into your NCDE then.
Yeah. Okay. So I've typed in Echo Golf Sierra Sierra in, and it's at the bottom left.
So the dash. You see the little slash symbol on it.
Where are we, mate? This?
The bottom of the keypad.
Yeah, so next to SP, the little foot, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, perfect.
And then type EGSS again after you've put that one.
Perfect, mate. Okay.
And then put that into the from to.
Oh, so this is the top right?
Yep.
Oh, yep, okay.
And then go to your flight plan page.
Flight plan page.
And then I just need to wait a minute because it's just delayed on my side.
Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah.
And then see the bottom EGSS.
Yeah.
Just click on that for me.
This.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then see if once you've clicked on that, it should show approaches, arrival. That's
Arrival, yeah.
Yeah, click on that for me, please.
Yeah.
And then it should say ILS 24. Not 24, my bad. 22.
22.
Yeah.
Let me just see, because I can't really see how well this is aligned. 22 is there. Okay, yeah.
I bet you're in the right runway.
Okay,
Yep.
so I've got me, yeah.
And then just click none on the stars for me, please.
Say it again, nod in the stars there.
Yeah, see where it says stars just underneath,
Yeah.
just click none for me.
That, yeah.
Yeah, and then insert that.
Insert is somewhere here. Where is it?
Insert the bottom right, that see that little the last sort of thing you can get into it.
Oh, insert.
Sorry.
That one. That
Yeah,
one there.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, we might be completely off at the minute. Yeah, I think we. Where are we?
And then for me, can you click direct, the DIR button?
Where are we?
It's still in the MCDU there.
Yeah.
And then click the point you can get to ISX 75, please.
So I haven't done direct. Where's that?
DIR, top left on the
top-
keypad.
Yeah. Okay. And then SX 75. You say?
Yeah, that's it.
So that one. Okay.
And then you should also click. Let me see. Click at the top one as well where it says direct.
Direct 2. Yeah.
And then hopefully you should start.
Okay.
The plane should start turning.
Oh, well, we are. Yeah.
Cool.
Ah.
I don't
okay.
think we're going to worry about the destination data, but we just need to get ourselves down to 3,000 foot now.
Okay, so I've put my altitude to 3,000 there. I am still descending though, I think. Shall I change the vertical speed or not?
What I do is, can you see the knob out where the altitude button is?
Yeah.
Instead of the vertical speed.
Yeah.
Pull that out instead, if you could.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
gone a little. Yeah. Okay.
If you pull that out, what it should do, instead of using your vertical speed,
It's going to use the data.
the aircraft will use the speed and the data so it can get you down as quick as possible.
Legend. Kyle said, "Well in, Alex." Yeah, well in, mate. So as you can see, guys, we're having a little bank over, and now you can see that our EFB inside obviously the 340 has updated with a line. It's not the greatest sort of depiction of a flight plan, but it's going to take us just. Oh, look at that! It's taking us just right over MOD Shoeburyness, which is like I think it's one of the beaches that the Air Force use. But yeah, we're heading back towards the land now. We're back over to the shore, and yeah, mate. I mean, did you get the A350?
No, I didn't.
No. Have you seen the screens on these though, mate? Look at the actual pixels in them.
Yeah. so they're called what they're called instead of the normal Airbus screens. They're the older ones. They're called the EIS ones.
Nice.
So they're the older screen, as you can probably tell.
And some of the old steam gauges as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. So we're on the green line. As I say, guys, I'm not totally completely clueless. I know some bits, obviously, but you know, it's if you spend your time just always in a little 172 or a little Piper PA-28, then when you jump into something like this, it's a completely different thing. But yeah, we will still remain live, guys, because now we're in a bit more of a situation where we can get the 340 down, and as I say, every time I try to mess about with or practice with the auto pilot, it never goes right for me. And it'd be handy if the wing stuff was all working, but sadly it isn't. I'm sure there will be profiles made for it soon, and you could probably keybind the wing stuff to work, but right now I've noticed as well, Alex, that the wing stuff is obviously based on the 320. That is exactly the same, so that auto panel pilot is just exactly the same as the 320 by the looks of it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It only starts to change when you go over to
The 350.
sort of the newer variants. Yeah.
Yeah. But I know that last time I checked, so the I know this is where you can do the ILS stuff, but it looks exactly the same as the 350, but the 320. But I also noticed that the 321 starts to look different. It's a bit newer than this. So.
That's so that instead of that is all in one. So what it does is it puts your, if you know what your squawk is, so it puts your transponder in there.
Yeah.
And all of your frequencies you can use. So it's basically frees up more space in the lower pedestal of the cockpit.
Right. I don't know if you've seen it, mate, but Wing have done you see the throttle quadrant that they've just brought out?
Oh yeah, it looks great.
And then there's the other fellas as well. I can't pronounce the name, but it's like a shark. It sounds like shark, but those guys have done a full cockpit, and it's just insane. Really is.
Wow. Looks great.
Not many people doing Boeing cockpits, I've noticed. They're very, very fast at getting Airbus ones out. But that's just an observation. Right, where are we now? What are we doing? So pretty nice. Okay. So this is going to give us, hopefully just all the way into the left and then on approach, by the looks of it.
Yeah. So what this will do is take you onto the instrument landing system.
Yeah.
Which is used at most airports, most big airports. You see. If you could, mate, could you click the LS button? It's just below where you can see
yes.
your H. Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks, mate.
So this is for the ILS, and I know from little bits that I've learned that you have to put it into approach mode, and then I'm assuming if we put something in the flight computer, is this going to automatically put the ILS frequency in, or do we have to do that?
Hopefully it should do. I am unsure on iniBuilds because I know on some of this stuff. In real life,
I think it looks like it has 110.50. Am I right by saying bottom left here?
Let me just double check the
110. Yeah, possibly.
110.50.
Yeah, I think it has, mate. Yeah, it hasn't changed on here though. Don't think it does.
Could you just show me the? Yeah, that's fine. 110.50.
Yeah,
that's bang
there.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this doesn't need to say the same thing. No. Okay.
The little frequency thing there is that's actually for radio communication.
Okay.
And as you can see on the primary flight display there, you can see the little, just under where your altitude is, you can see a little pink, little sort of pink.
Yeah, it's
the circle thing.
Yeah, so there'll be one in the bottom and the thing to basically say it's aligned. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can see one at the moment. So what that is, it's called the VNAV path.
Yeah.
So that's just still the computer taking you down.
Perfect. So perfect. I mean, it all looks really, really nice. I really appreciate you helping, mate. This is it's been quite cool. I don't know how much fuel we've got though. I think we should be fine.
Hopefully, yeah. Well, take use of the 4 engines.
It's a beautiful looking plane though, mate. It really is. I mean, those hair dryers are just, they sound like hair dryers. I mean, I know that's the point, but
oh yeah, looks great.
Yeah. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff.
An interesting fact on these engines on this variant is they're pretty much the same engine that is used on the A320. It's just a slightly different model.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I mean, they look pretty similar, and obviously it's a funny old looking aircraft because obviously the engines are so small as for a quad jet, you know.
Yeah.
But also I noticed that on the 767 as well. If you don't know 767, it's very bulgy, and you know it's a you know a wide body, but the engines always seem, well, on the older variants they look quite small.
Definitely the engines that are on this one are the CFM50 65s, and they're extremely underpowered. Oh,
what's it doing?
I'm not sure why it's turning. It's because for some reason the localizer switch is switched on. Could you just click that off for me?
Which?
It should be you should see LOC by the AP1 and AP2, but
okay.
LOC.
So turn it off.
Yeah, switch that off. I'm not sure why.
How do we get it back on track?
So back into the direct page.
Yeah.
DIL. And then just click the same waypoint.
Where am I going? This DIR, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
And then ISX 75.
Okay. And then press the top one.
Yeah. Hopefully that should put us back on.
We're turning.
Good.
So I see. So so the display is showing obviously a brand new line from our location to where it should be sending us. Perfect. I've also noticed that that's fine. And yeah, you can now see on the EFB map now, guys, that the aircraft is now going back onto its intended thing. It's because I turned that on, I think. It's because I was having trouble doing the heading mode. It wouldn't. I was manually turning the heading dial, but it wasn't doing it. But that'll just be user error because, as I say, it's me flying. So
no worries. That's what that is used for in real life, is locking onto a localizer.
Okay, right, okay.
Yeah.
So it was probably locking onto some localizers somewhere.
Yeah, it would have been locking onto the actual ILS localizer, which we shouldn't be doing at this stage.
No.
If you see on your PFD now, you can see the purple sort of diamond. That's the ILS there.
Yeah, perfect.
So you can see you captured the glide slope, but we are still, by the looks of it, 13 miles off the ILS.
So I've noticed it's now changed the vertical speed on its own. So that was obviously not there before.
No, that should be, if you could switch that back to where it was before. That's just because it went into the localizer mode.
Okay.
So just pull the knob back for me.
Oh, good, yeah. So it's now at 3,000 with the round circle next to it.
Yeah, that's got us back into position now. That's great.
I mean, we're probably still a bit too low for where we should be. Oh, maybe not.
I'd say we're just about right, to be honest with you.
So yeah, guys, if you're tuning in now, we're taking it a bit over the scheduled time, just so we can get the A340 on the ground and perform some kind of landing. You can now see that the flight displays have changed, giving us the sort of, I guess the sort of the final approach in.
If you could click for me now, could you please click the APPR button, please?
Where are we?
Just underneath the vertical speed.
Approach, yeah.
That's it. Cheers. Thank you very much.
So yeah, we're going to take it into Stansted, guys. We're going to end the stream when we get down on the ground, or at least taxi in maybe. Joining me now is obviously Alex, good friend and moderator to the channel, and he's been helping me get the 340 onto the ground, which is going well. As I say, look out for, I've been putting together a little, it's I think it's only going to be about 2 minutes long, a little 340 cinematic. I know, obviously, iniBuilds will have their official trailers and any videos coming up. But yeah, I've been doing a bit of that in the last day or so, and yeah, there should be a live stream on Sunday, but I really don't know what it is yet. It'll be something, and it will be around the 7 p.m. time. So trying to keep the live streams on Sunday around 7 p.m. And yeah.
Okay, sorry mate. Sorry.
Go on. All right, go on.
Could you please change your altitude now to 1,000 foot? Just because we need just a bit to go lower, if that's alright.
So do I click this out again?
Down. No. Yeah.
Okay. Are we getting any flaps going at all, or?
Yeah, you'll need the flaps now because it's using the speed for the ILS, if that's alright.
How many should we go?
So I say just set flap. No, go on. Set flap 3 for me, please.
Ah, okay. So we are lined up onto the runway. It's doing its best.
We're looking high. That's a problem.
Yeah. Okay. But the ILS should take us down anyway, shouldn't it?
We're a bit too high. Could you get that vertical speed down? Just get it down a bit for me, please, if that's alright. Put it to about, yeah, and just pull that back now.
Okay, yeah. Landing gear?
Yeah, just put that down. We need as much drag as we can here because we're a bit high.
We're still high, we're not going down at all here.
2,500.
Yeah, the gear, it's because the VS has gone back to 0. This isn't great. Oh dear.
It's alright, mate. Let's missed approach maybe, but you'll have to tell me how to do that.
Yeah, we could do that.
Should we get the landing gear back up? This blue line, I'm assuming is going to show us how to get back around again. Is that what that blue line is?
That will be the missed approach, yeah.
I think we should.
Yeah, okay. We could also just vector ourselves, which would probably be the easiest one. So gear up and then climb 2,000 feet.
Okay.
And then set that altitude to 2,000. Thanks.
So 2,000 it is.
And we'll just maintain the runway heading at the moment.
Yeah.
You should get to see it go around on this thing.
The AirX, which is a livery included, was actually at Stansted about 2 days ago, and they usually stand here. They actually stand. It's not available on the sim, but there's an actual stand point along this old, I'm assuming an old runway or taxiway. But the AirX livery seems to be included. I was saying as well, Alex, this is only this is timed exclusive to Marketplace. This isn't coming out on the iniBuild store for 2 months or so.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know. Bit of a weird. I mean, obviously, it's not a weird one. I'm assuming Microsoft have said to iniBuilds, "Oh, we'd love this as a Marketplace exclusive for a while." Don't know where we're going.
It'll start to take us on a right-hand turn here, but it looks like we're turning slightly left just to get back on course, I think.
Possibly, yeah. Hopefully. Is it because approach mode is still on?
Yeah, it could be. So just take the approach mode out, and we'll just.
It's turning back.
We'll fly this.
It's done. It's done a new line.
We'll fly the heading manually here, I think. So could you fly heading for me of, make it 120, please.
120. Could have gone the other way. So that isn't
120, and then pull it out, and it should start to fly.
Okay.
Start turning.
Perfect. Yeah, so it is timed, but obviously if Microsoft want it for their own for a bit, then that's fair enough. But obviously the concern is any updates will take a long time to filter through to the marketplace, which seems to be the thing.
Oh, for some reason you've gone back onto Corsair now.
I don't know, maybe I have.
Just needed
Oh,
you
I
to...
have. Yeah, I have, because
Yeah.
it's not doing anything yet.
What we'll do is we'll just maintain what it's flying you now, and then we, from that waypoint, the next waypoint, we'll switch it on to our own heading here.
This might take us all the way back round though, surely.
Yeah, it'll take us around, but what this does is if you keep flying it on the nav mode here, it will take you out to a VOR to what you do here, like to
okay.
hold for weather or something, or whatever the issue is.
I see, yeah. If you zoom out, you can actually see it doesn't go anywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
So before we get down on the ground, guys, obviously massive thank you to everyone who has joined in. Obviously Kyle for doing some moderating, obviously Alex of course, who is with us now trying to get us down on the ground, because God knows what would have happened. I would have just flew it in and just landed, and it wouldn't have been pretty. But anyway, guys, it's as I say, another live stream Sunday 7 PM. Follow me on socials, Discord, to keep up to date with that, because that's going to be the only way you're going to know. I will make the live stream public, of course, and anything that I get through from iniBuilds or any kind of new links, I will make sure they're updated in the description below for anyone who's rewatching or anyone who obviously wants more info, and I will share anything about release and price, which I still don't know nothing about. I'm surprised it hasn't come out now. I thought they might release it now, but maybe not.
If you could fly heading 010 for me, please.
Yeah. Sorry, 010?
Yeah, that's the one. 010, and then just pull it out.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
It switched it back into nav mode. You need to pull it out instead of clicking it in, if you see what I mean.
No. I was pulling it out. Hang on.
That's weird.
Oh, hang on. There we go. Oddly enough, I was clicking the right button before and it still took us into that. Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, we've turned at least.
Yeah.
Now we've got a new line. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, that's fine. And then 050 now, please. If that's okay.
Oh, now I don't have to actually press the button in. Now it's just taking us
No, it's on the course now.
050. I mean, this would be a hell of a lot higher in real life. I'm assuming they'd go to about, what, 7,000? Maybe lower?
Really depends, but if
Yeah.
you're just going to come back round, I doubt it, to be honest. I think they'd maintain somewhat higher altitude. Right. Could you go back into that direct page for me, please?
Yeah. Direct, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just wait for the stream to show it. Right.
So we're just getting direct to end of flight plan.
Right. So what we need to do is we need to go back into FPIP flight plan page.
Okay. Yeah. Start doing that again. EG, like you did before.
EGSS to EGSS, yeah. Init page, sorry. My bad. Should be
Do
in the
it.
init page.
Oh, do it. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
And then it's already there
And
at
then
the top.
put that in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Just see if you can replace that, because
Yeah.
has it shown it?
It is there, yeah. I might.
Okay, try going into the flight plan page and see what it shows now.
Okay. Yeah. Think that's fine.
And then click EGSS again.
At the top.
The bottom one, please.
The bottom one. Okay.
And then arrival.
ILS 22.
Yep. And no star.
No star. Okay. Is that right?
And then we should, yeah, no star, none. And then insert.
God, yeah, okay, there we go.
And
then that one.
Back onto the direct.
Direct, yeah. And then the 75, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got a yellow line now, but I've also got a green line.
Let's have a look. We need to just click that direct button at the top.
The direct one.
Yeah. See where it says the waypoint IX75.
This one.
It says direct to at the top, at the very top.
Yeah.
You just need to click that. See where it says ISX75?
Okay, yeah. Done it, yeah.
Right next to it, yeah.
Ah, okay, now we've got a green. Oh god, look at that approach. It's got us snaking around. Wow, okay.
Oh god.
Can you see that, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. We're just going to get some sick passengers, that's fine. Oh, look at the old airfield. Cool.
Hopefully, once you've turned there, instead of just doing the ILS, we could just take the plane manually and fly up from there, because we'll just be visual of the runway there. Hopefully. Because that snake is not looking the best.
No. AL simulation, what I don't get is why at this stage they don't say when they're aiming to release it. Due to the past I've seen when they tee for weeks, and by the time they've actually, it feels dragged. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I will say. As I say, regardless of others' experiences and my own experiences, I fully, obviously, get on with iniBuilds. And yeah, okay, that is not because I get to do stuff like this. Okay, obviously it helps that I'm able to show you guys this. And the thing is, I'm not going to go off and fly the A340 every day now. You know what I mean? That's the thing. But I'm doing this purely for you guys to see it, because this is not benefiting me at all. I mean, right now with Alex showing me all this, it is benefiting me, but you know what I mean. But yes, I absolutely agree with you, Al. I think that not just iniBuilds, I think the whole concept of dragging releases out when I believe the product is pretty much ready. But I also understand that they definitely want to see it getting used in real world circumstances. So there's obviously testing that goes on, and they want to make sure that they're not releasing things in a damaged state. Let's look at the A350, for example, which again I've said throughout the stream, this feels more polished. I don't touch wood, I haven't had any crashes, but overall it just feels a bit more stable and smoother. But I think this time, I think iniBuilds really wants to get people like us and other people to get out there and start streaming it, get it shown to people, and see how it's working. But yeah, I agree. It's not just iniBuilds. It's others. Others drag it out. Others probably have their stuff ready for ages, and they decide just to go, right, let's get the hype build up. Let's get it up and up and up and see how far we can push it. But yeah, I agree for the most part. Let's see what we're doing here. We're heading into little snaky snake now, which I don't think this 340's thingy to do. It'll need to allow to remote use even the mobile flight. You can't seem to. Okay, that's interesting. It's interesting.
Let's see if it's able to fly this little snaky sort of thing then. Hopefully.
I don't have, obviously, you guys can actually see where the where Stansted is there. You can see what kind of snake we're going for, but we are lower down now. We might be able to intercept that glide slope possibly, but so I noticed for the wing stuff, obviously the SimApp Pro, it's not incredibly great, but you also need... Mate. Yeah, go on.
Sorry to interrupt, could you please click the approach mode button as well, please, for me?
Oh, hang on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Yeah, click that
Yeah,
quickly
perfect.
for me. Thank you. Oh, hopefully it should
No
get me
iniBuilds
back
one.
on track.
That's interesting, because obviously I know... Hang on, I'm sure the iniBuild... Oh, well, no. See, thing is, Jay, I'm purely talking about the panels. I can't comment on the MCDU at all, unfortunately. I know the iniBuilds, the 320, the V2 one that's included in the sim, that works with the panels. But again, I can't comment on that, mate. So,
not to really down on iniBuilds, but I feel like the A340 is proper. Well, most of the cockpit textures and stuff look really similar to their previous A330, the free one for the sim.
this is
That's comes with it.
this has completely gone off course, mate.
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, for God's sake.
I am gonna turn, mate. I have an
Yeah, just you try, see if you can fly it manually now.
I don't know how to get that to stop though. Any ideas?
Try if you click the AP1 button. Actually, no. Click the red button on the joystick in the cockpit.
Okay.
You should get rid of it. All eyes on you now, Brian.
This they ain't gonna be good, by the way. Just to let you know. The thing is, we're at a good speed as well. No, we're not. Agree. How I look at this year.
If we just get a flap, the flaps full. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I think you'll be all right.
Bit higher, but let's see.
Looking all good here, mate.
I think the textures are really good, mate. I mean, from what we're all looking at, I mean, when you get close up and you see some of like the coffee stains, I know they do that with all the stuff, but it really does look good. I think by the looks of it, they've really gone all out on those screens, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, but a lot of the systems and sort of the general look of the cockpit still looks really similar to the 330.
Yeah, I mean, when you take a look at what Phoenix are doing with their cockpits, mate, I mean, yeah, I can understand that sentiment. Because when you jump into the Phoenix 320, mate, the cockpit is just immaculate. It's so good.
300.
Yeah. We're looking better here now.
Oh yeah, it's not bad, not bad. Oh, what am I doing? Too high, mate, too high.
200.
Just smash it, come on. It's just dragging a bit.
100.
Should be alright.
90. 80.
Go around,
70,
yeah. It probably could have done a go around.
40. 30. 20 hard. 10.
I think you'll still be fine because you'll be in that touchdown zone. In the touchdown zone, you're fine. There we are. Nice.
Bit jumpy, guys. Look at all the thrust firsters there. The reverse thrust was fantastic on them. Look at them. Very jumpy, guys. I don't think Stansted's very good. In fact, this is iniBuild Stansted, to be fair. So also not bad, guys, not bad. I mean, yeah, it wasn't the best approach, but hey, I tell you what, we got down to Stansted really nicely, thanks to Alex there for bringing us in right off the coast. Why isn't my why aren't they in? Oh, we're gonna have to go right on the end. In fact, really, this would be going off to the right. It wouldn't be going off to the in fact, no, wrong. It would be going off to the left. I think in Stansted to get to the where they have all the private charters. and the military ones, you have to go to the left and then back over the runway, I think. Pretty certain. Tell you what, this is very jumpy.
Sure you can turn right there, but I don't think the taxiway is big enough.
No, I don't think it's wide enough. I know after a couple of seeing the Royal Air Force playing that Australian Royal Air Force playing that game to Liverpool, that had to go across the runway and then sort of turn back round and get onto the runway. So I don't think you can get anything bigger than a 320 down there, possibly. It's very, very jumpy here, and I don't think it's anything to do with the plane. I think this is more to do with the scenery, to be honest. I don't think this Stansted was very well optimised. My dinghies are still out, my spoilers are still out, and they're not going down. There we go.
There we are.
Not bad, guys. Listen, it wasn't perfect, but we got to the airport thanks to Alex. So massive thanks, mate, and good to see you on the live streams again. We're gonna have to get some more community flights going, for sure.
No worries, yeah, definitely.
No worries, mate. I'll let you go, mate, and I'll end the live stream. But that was Alex, guys. Massive thanks, mate. I'll speak to you soon.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much, Brian. See you in a bit, mate.
See you in a bit, mate. Right, guys, so that is all she wrote. We actually got to look at the systems a tiny bit. We got to look at the sort of the flight computer and the autopilot system, and purely due to my flying and sort of not being able to do much of it on my own, we would have had a really good approach and landing there, but at least we got to do a sort of a go round initially and come round back again and do it, manually fly it, which I tell you what, it wasn't a bad landing, especially for me. But yeah, massive thank you to everyone who's watched this stream a bit earlier than my usual time because of the restrictions on the 340 being lifted a bit earlier on today. I've had a really good time. It's been fantastic. Really enjoyed showing it off and having a fly of it. I'd learned some good stuff off Alex there as well, so I really appreciate the time he had to do that with me there. Is it any different to the 330 except having no? Yeah, I think the best person who will most likely be featuring this on his channel soon would be A330 driver. He'd be the one to give you that analysis, if you like, and definitely. But from what I've seen, yeah, pretty much you've got 2 extra engines there. I think technically maybe the wingspan and generally the plane itself would be a tiny bit bigger, and obviously when you look at something like the A340 600, you know, you're getting even bigger. So this is actually a stand that the plane does actually stop at. It's not a stand that you can actually start at in the sim. It's not available. You can't press on it at all, but this is actually a stand that the 340 goes to. The Fly X, which is a livery that is available for the 340, was actually on this stand at Stansted about three or 4 days ago. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I don't fly airliners. Really enjoyed it. Very fun. I'm gonna have to start getting into the I think to properly flying some of the smaller Airbus. I think start with the A320. Alex can give me some lessons, maybe even some live streams and me getting lessons from Alex, who knows. But yeah, not bad at all. Thank you to everyone who's come in and spent some time with me. We have overshot the stream a lot more than I wanted to, but I'm going to go off and have some food now, and I'm going to finish off the little cinematic for the 340 that I started. It's nothing major, just something I put together through last night, and I'll edit it up and I'll make it available. iniBuilds, of course, will provide the high tempo trailer, and it'll be fantastic. I don't know when it's coming out, guys. I honestly thought it would be today. Don't know the price. The guess would be around the same as the 350, maybe a bit cheaper. But yeah, I'm back again streaming on Sunday, but please do keep an eye out on the channel for that scheduled stream, because I don't know, I haven't had a schedule yet. Okay, so it will be 7 PM at the UK, so it will be a bit later on. This is an exception, it was a bit earlier, just for the 340. Thanks for everyone coming in, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you.